The Great Library of Alexandria. Was knowledge intentionally destroyed? Imagine a place that held the sum of all human knowledge. Science, medicine, astronomy, engineering, ideas thousands of years ahead of their time. Now imagine it all burned. Was it an accident? Or was the Great Library of Alexandria intentionally destroyed to suppress knowledge? Today, we're diving into one of history's most legendary and unpopular theories. What was the Great Library of Alexandria? The Great Library of Alexandria was founded around the 3rd century in ancient Egypt. It wasn't just a library, it was the world's first major research center. Its mission was simple, but radical: collect all knowledge known to humanity. Ships arriving in Alexandria were searched for books. Original scrolls were kept. Copies were returned. Some ancient sources claim the library held hundreds of thousands of scrolls. Scholars from across the ancient world worked here: mathematicians, astronomers, philosophers, engineers. This place was centuries ahead of its time. Knowledge that was too advanced. Ancient scholars in Alexandria made discoveries that feel almost impossible for their era. Eratosthenes calculated the circumference of the Earth with stunning accuracy. Aristarchus proposed that the Earth revolved around the Sun nearly 1,800 years before Copernicus. Heron of Alexandria described early steam-powered machines. So the question is, if this is what survived, what didn't? This fuels the belief that the library contained knowledge that threatened future religious or political power. The theory: intentional destruction. The theory claims the library wasn't lost by accident. It was destroyed on purpose. Why? Because knowledge is power. Throughout history, rulers have burned books to control people. If knowledge empowers the population, it weakens authority. Some believe the library contained ideas that challenged religious doctrine, political control, and the world view of those in power. To them, destruction wasn't tragedy, it was strategy. Who destroyed it? One of the strangest parts of this story is that there was no single villain. Possible events include a fire during Julius Caesar's invasion in 48 BCE, Christian authorities shutting down pagan institutions in the 4th century CE, and stories of destruction during the Muslim conquest in the 7th century, highly disputed. Instead of one clear moment, the library suffered repeated damage. To believers of the theory, this looks less like bad luck and more like systematic erasure. What historians say? Most mainstream historians reject the idea of a grand conspiracy. They argue the library declined slowly over centuries, funding disappeared, scrolls decayed, scholars left, and most importantly, there is no direct evidence that secret advanced technologies were hidden there. To historians, the loss was tragic, but not intentional suppression. The uncomfortable middle truth. Here's the part many people miss. Even if there was no single villain, human behavior still destroyed knowledge. Intolerance, politics, neglect. Knowledge doesn't need an enemy, it just needs people who stop protecting it. Why this story still matters. The Great Library of Alexandria represents more than lost scrolls. It represents lost potential, and it reminds us of an uncomfortable truth. Human knowledge is fragile. So the real question isn't just who destroyed the library, it's what knowledge are we losing right now? If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and comment your theory below. Was the Great Library destroyed by accident, or was knowledge intentionally erased? See you in the next one.